The show where high culture and pop culture collide. Right on! We got 3 more suckers behind the keyboard. I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 fine upstanding citizens here to play the game. How you guys doing? Tell you something, we got one fabulous show for you tonight, so let's set up. All right, time to pass out the screws. So here you go, giving all 3 of you 1 screw each for round 1. All right, hey audience, what do you do when your neighbor doesn't know the answer to a question? You got it. Screw them. Buzz in and hit the S key. It forces your opponent to answer that question. You got it? Okay, my little raspberries, it's time to jam. Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing?
Get ready for some fun. It's question number 1. Oh, yeah!
The category behind this question is, it kind of looks like a ducky, and we are talking $1,000 for this question. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. If you combine the sweat hog with the obnoxious laugh and the doctor who invented the ink blot tests, what would you get? Freddie Boom Boom Skinner, Arnold Rorschach, Juan Jung, or Vinnie Horny? Player 2, what do you say? Arnold Rorschach.
Oh! I made an ink blot.
What do you say, Player 2? How about it?
Whoop-de-doo. It's question number 2.
The name in this category is Goons and Sea Creatures. And this one's going to be worth $2,000. Okay, imagine you're playing hockey for the Detroit Red Wings. You've just scored the winning goal, which earns your team a berth in the Stanley Cup Finals. Whoa, all of a sudden a drunken spectator tosses a dead octopus onto the ice. As an experienced pro athlete, what should you conclude from this? The spectator is engaging in a football ritual. The spectator is protesting your team's win. The spectator hopes you win the Stanley Cup, or your team is playing the Vancouver Squids. Go for it, Player 1. Funny, I always thought it was the Vancouver Canucks. Player 2, Player 3, want to take a stab at it? Go for it, Player 3. You got it, he's a big fan. Yeah, the octopus is an old hockey tradition dating back to when it took 8 playoff victories to win the Stanley Cup. That's right, 8 games, 8 legs, whatever. Okay, we need a category from Player 3.
Question 3.
This one's going to be French literature as seen through hard copy. And we will pay out $3,000 for this one. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. Which of these titles could be used for a hard copy feature about Les Miserables? Cyrano knows the Bergerac, convict becomes mayor, you paid for it, your taxes buy drugs for NEA artists, or miserable people caught on tape. Player 1, go nuts. Miserable people caught on tape? No, that's the title of all the other hard copy features. Player 2, Player 3, who wants it? Go for it, Player 2. Convict becomes mayor, you paid for it. The central character in Les Mis is a guy who goes to jail but later becomes a mayor, kind of like Washington, D.C., but in reverse. Player 2, pick one.
You're my question for forevermore. I love you. My question for.
Here's the category. She married my uncle in Vegas. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. Which of the following is not an antelope? Addax, Offenpinscher, Diker, or Gemsbach? Player 3, take it. Gemsbach? No, it's an antelope, and I believe a distant relative of the Reebok. Player 1, Player 2. Player 2, what do you say? Offenpinscher. It's a dog. Let's have a category, Player 2.
Question 5.
Next up, Gran and Brerit. Pop a right answer for this one, you got 3,000 greenbacks. Okay, hang tight, put your fingers on your buzzers. Here's the question. If children's storyteller Uncle Remus wrote down his tales as a series of puzzles made of pictures, he could fittingly change his name. A rebus is a puzzle where some of the words are represented by pictures. For example, he could make a fine living designing more of those stupid I Heart My Dog bumper stickers. Player one, pick one.
Gotta be quick. Get in the mix. Whoa. Question 6.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Superheroes on PBS. Right here, $1,000 for a right answer. All right, do you remember the superhero Letterman on the Electric Company? He's faster than a rolling O, stronger than silent E, and able to leap what in a single bound? Over U, capital T, a buzzing B, or a giant A? The screw's in your court, player two. Capital T. It's a word. It's a plan. It's a really unpleasant sensation if he doesn't clear that crossbar. Oh, player three. In wrestling, we call this a reversal. Okay, we need a category. Your pick, player two. Uh-oh. Chestnut Slick Crime Store.
It's time for a
Ticklish Pest Gun.
This gibberish questions category is sex on the beach. $5,000 is the opening value for this gibberish question. Okay, to solve this puzzle, you gotta think fast because every second and a half, I'm ticking off a little bit of cash. All right, ready? What song title does this rhyme with? Claire, Heavy Scotty blows for fame. Don't be fooled by the punctuation. Go for it, player one. Type in. Cheers is the bar. Claire, Heavy Scotty blows for fame. Hey, everybody!
Porn.
Player one, give me a category.
Light weight, elevate, hibernate, vegetate.
The category is hairy things. And this one's going to be worth $1,000. Hang on tight, because here we go. Which one of the following hairy things actually has hair? The hair tail, the hair worm, the hairy waddle, or the Mexican hairless? Player two, you're getting screwed. Make the most of it. Wow, that was a bad guess. Go for it, player one. The hairy waddle. Now that's a type of shrubbery. Player three. The hair tail is a fish, so you're talking about a fish with hair. Guess it's going for that wet look. Boy, looks like you three are real trivia superstars, aren't you? The Mexican hairless. It's a dog with hair on its head and tail. Player three, select the category.
Number 9.
The category, Joni, Chachi, and Judaism. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. All right, put your fingers on your buzzers and imagine this. The people who brought you Joni Loves Chachi create a new Yiddish spin-off called Joni Loves Chachi's Tchotchkes. What does this title mean? Joni Loves Chachi's Knickknacks, Joni Loves Chachi's Nipples, Joni Loves Chachi's Meatballs, or Joni Loves Chachi's Prayer for the Dead? Go for it, player three. And that would be wrong. Player one, player two, who wants this puppy? Player one, go. Joni Loves Chachi's Knickknacks. Actually, I think everyone loves Chachi's Knickknacks. I sure do. Player one, it's up to you. What are we doing? Here's the category. We're not in Kansas anymore. This question's going to be worth $2,001 bills. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. Where would Arnold Ziffel feel least comfortable? Player three, a barbecue. Hey, give me some ribs there, boy. Oh, no! Okay, we're at the end of round one now. On to round two. Taking out some screws here. Looks like we can get a bunch of bolts. Okay, now here we go. We got one for everybody. Now pay attention, because all the questions in round two are worth more money. Let's do it. Player three, pick a category for me.
11.
This one's gonna be, your love is like bad medicine. I'll pay you $4,000 bills for this one if you get it right. Okay, we're coming at you. Heads up. If TV's Dr. Quinn medicine woman decides that her beloved Sully is in need of trephining, what is she gonna do to him? Drill a hole in his skull, suction fluid out of his lymph nodes, remove the tip of his nose, or cut the webbing between his toes? Go for it, player 3. No, trephining does not involve sucking. I'm afraid I can't say the same for your answer. Player 1, player 2. Go for it, player 2. Yes, I'd like to direct your attention to your score. Watch closely. Go for it, player 1. Here's another tip. That's wrong. Actually, she's gonna drill a hole in his skull. Looks like you're pretty familiar with that operation. Okay, we need a category from player 3.
Well, let's delve into question 12.
The category behind this question is critters and calculators. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Is it possible that the television series The Beverly Hillbillies was written on a pocket calculator? See for yourself. Which is the only word that cannot be spelled out on an upside-down pocket calculator? Oil, hillbillies, silly, or Ellie? Player 3, take it. Sorry, you can spell oil, slick. Player 1, player 2, who wants this puppy? Player 1, believe it or not, you can spell hillbillies on a calculator. Of course, if you are a hillbilly, that may be all you can do with a calculator. Player 2, you want to take a crack at it? Player 2, what? Woo, boy! Category, player 2, let's do it.
Do you nightmare when you dream?
Are you feeling lucky? It's number 13.
The name of this category is 8 is not enough. You're going to be pretty good if you get this one. It's worth $6,000. Just suppose 8 is enough dad Tom Bradford is having trouble paying his bills and decides to sell his daughters into slavery. In a moment of guilt-ridden regret, Mr. Bradford reaches for his magic 8-ball and asks it several times if his daughters will ever forgive him. Which answer could he never get? Yes, no, outlook good, or outlook not so good? Go for it, player 2. You will never get a simple, straightforward no from a magic 8-ball. Although I personally hope Mr. Bradford comes across that one message in the 8-ball that says, use birth control. Player 2, pick one. Uh-oh, best putts fits mine, whore.
Once again, it's time for a
Flicker pitch no scope.
Here's your gibberish category. Body odor and blatant favoritism. We're in round 2, so this gibberish question is going to start off at $10,000. Okay, now remember, the faster you solve this puzzle, the more money you win. Are you ready? What title does this rhyme with? All swell. That's and smell. Don't be fooled by the punctuation. It's the title of a Shakespearean comedy. It's also a well-known cliche. You know, it's all okay if it ends okay. And this is gonna end awfully damn soon. It's all yours, player 2. You just proved this concept right, didn't you? Paul swell, pet sense smell. Anyway, all's well if you score some cash. Let's have a category, player 2.
Here's question 15.
Next up, the land upside down under. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Okay, get yourself set. It's time. Complete this accurate scientific comparison between North America and Australia. In Australia, the crescent moon is backward, cyclones twist in the opposite. Answer it, player 2.
Help! ATM! It's a twister!
You know, and it's like driving on the other side of the road. I can never get used to those backward cyclones. Oh, that's right. Touché. Player 3, that screw's coming right back at you. What do you say, player 2? How about it?
Flush your head down the latrine.
Ease your way with sour cream.
16.
The category, candy and ad campaigns. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. Now, if Heath bars were really made of Heath, which of the following would make an appropriate ad slogan? It'll light a fire in your mouth with a great taste of raw eggs, rock-solid nutrition, or, shrubby. Go for it, player 1. I think you've got a rock-solid head. Player 2, player 3, want to take a stab? Shrubby. Heath is a type of European bush. Player 3, select the category.
Jiggy Jacky's gone, let me hear you scream. It's question 17.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Movie mutants. And we are talking 4,000 big ones. Okay, get your fingers ready. Let's get busy. As a screenwriter, you want to write a vehicle for Charles Bronson and Kevin Kline. If you were to combine the names of previous films they've made, what could the film be called? My Dirty Dozen Vinny, A Death Wish Called Wanda, The Big Pill, or Snow White and the Magnificent Seven Dwarfs? Player 1, go now. A Fish Called Wanda meets Death Wish. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll die. Player 1, pick one.
18. Wipe the slate clean. Number 18.
The category is sardines and the royal family. $6,000 is riding on this one. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. If Flipper were a French king, what logically might his eldest son be known as? The Dolphin Dauphin, the Duke of Dolphin, the Dolphin of Wales, or the Count de Dolphin? Go for it, player 3. The Dolphin Dauphin. I'm sure you picked this one on purpose. Player 3, pick a category for me. The name of this category is CB Lingo. And this one's going to be worth $2,000. Hang on tight, because here we go. At a rest area, a fellow trucker comes up to you and asks you about your reefer. What do you begin talking about? Your gear shift, your trailer full of hogs, sleeping compartment, or refrigerated trailer? Go for it, your refrigerated trailer. I didn't know you had to keep that stuff cold before you smoked it. Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing?
Question number 20.
Here's the category. Rip Van Winkler. And if you can figure this one out, I can pay you $4,000. Imagine if Fonzie fell asleep in 1958 and slept for 37 years. Now he wakes up and his whole world has changed. But fortunately, there's one familiar Chrysler model still in production. Which one is it? Is it the Newport, the Imperial, the 300, or the Chrysler Windsor? Player 1, it's in your hands now. The Chrysler Imperial. Oh, player 2, I know you didn't want it to work out this way, but you're the one who's screwed. Player 1, give me a category. Enter the attack. If you see two words together and they form a match, buzz in. $2,000 will be yours if you're right, but each time you're wrong, 2,000 shall be taken away. But be not fooled. It won't be a match unless it fits this clue. Drink me. Keep that clue in mind. You'll need it for the journey. Ready? Begin the attack. Got it! Player one, it wasn't exactly the Mona Lisa of victories, but then again, you're not really the Da Vinci of players, so what difference does it make? The only thing that matters is you don't know Jack. It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. All right, woo! Hello, you two. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Otherwise, I'd be out of a job and have to go back to being an international supermodel. But that's another story. All right, first of all, we got to pass out some hardware here. Coming at you, one flathead screw each. Now, let's say a question comes up and you look next to you and you can see your neighbor doesn't have a clue to save their life. Screw them. Buzz in and hit the S key. That'll force them to answer that question anyway. Got it? Okay, it's time to jack. Let's do the category thing. Player one, pick one.
It's number one.
The category behind this question is cartoon characters who buy at the sharper image. And it looks like you can win 1,000 greenbacks for this one. Okay, hang tight. Put your fingers on your buzzers. Here's the question. Mr. Peabody is the Wayback Machine as Mr. Whoopi is to time-traveling machine, three-dimensional blackboard, crystal ball, or super energy pill. Go for it, player two.
Here's a little spending money.
Player one, the 3DBB. It's what Mr. Whoopi used to help explain things to fellow cartoons, Tennessee, and Chumley. In fact, his Birds and the Bees lecture was so lifelike it scared him. Player one, it's up to you. What do we do? This one's gonna be, I'm not talking about the linen. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. Complete this song lyric. Louie, Louie, whoa. We gotta blow, we gotta bone, we gotta go, or we gotta go. Player two, what do you say? According to the published song lyrics, those are the next words. And I should point out that we are not responsible for what a college cover band does to it. Category, player two, let's do it.
Question 3.
Next up, dairy treats and digestive tracts. And this one's gonna be worth $3,000. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. If Dairy Queen added animal parts to its list of desserts, which of the following could not be in a gizzard blizzard because the animal in question does not possess a gizzard? An ostrich, a horned toad, a crocodile, or an earthworm? Go for it, player 2.
Whoa, whoa!
Player 1, the ball's in your court. What do you want to do with it? Go. Crocs have gizzards, and I'm sure one would let you look at it up close and personal. And here's the right answer. Horned toads have no gizzards, but they make a hell of a sundae. Okay, we need a category. Your pick, player 2.
You're my question for forevermore. I love you. My question for.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. The other white meat. This question's going to be worth $2,001 bills. Okay, I know we're getting a little personal here, but what is a pig's penis shaped like? Round and flat like his snout, thin and stiff like his eyelashes, corkscrew shaped like his tail, or pointed and flimsy like his ears? Player 2, what do you say? It's shaped like a corkscrew. Player 2, pick one.
Ain't no job, it's question 5.
The category is soft drinks and drug culture. Okay, this one might be a toughie. It's worth $3,000. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. Coca-Cola is to cocaine as blank is to blank. Mountain Dew is to LSD, Dr. Pepper is to heroin, 7-Up is to lithium, or Pepsi is to crack. Player 2, you're getting screwed. Make the most of it. No, but where did that Pepper guy get his degree anyway? Player 1, it's yours if you want it. Go for it, player 1. 7-Up is to lithium. Many sources say that Coke once had coca leaves in it and 7-Up once had lithium, but don't rush out to the store. They don't anymore. Player 1, pick one. Uh-oh, mess butt tit slime chore.
It's time for a
Tinker test run.
The category for this gibberish question? Gnomes and famous wizards. The opening value is $5,000. Now, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this puzzle, but I'm going to be taking a little bit of money away every second and a half. Ready? With what famous quote does this rhyme with? Stairs, glow face, yike gnome. Okay, this is a quote from a movie. It's from a movie about a girl and her little dog. No, not that kind of a movie. The girl's name is Dorothy. Wonder what movie that could be. Well, looks like the odds were against you.
Oh, Toto, stairs, glow face, yike gnome. Stairs, glow face, yike gnome.
If you only had a brain.
A heart.
The nerve. Some points. Category, player 2, let's do it.
Zabba-dooba-dabbin', question 7.
The category, dating and cannibalism. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. All right, you might be aware that female black widow spiders eat their mates. Now, if this practice were common in all animal species, then which of these animals would be spared a grisly end? Bulls, tercels, bucks, or ewes? Go for it. Player 1, you've just been screwed. What are you going to do about that? No, but you're going to be losing a lot of those about now. Player 2, if you want it, it's yours. Player 2, what? No, a tercel is a male falcon. No, it's a tercel. Well, maybe tercel. I don't know. Is the female called a celica? Now, the correct answer is a ewe. It's the female sheep, so she'd be okay because she's the one having dinner. Let's have a category, player 2. Here's the category. Die, die, die. Okay, shouldn't be too tough. This question's going to be worth $1,000. Okay, we're coming at you. Heads up. Which of the following classic childhood games does not require the roll of a die to move ahead? Monopoly, Life, Clue, or Trouble? Go for it. The game of life. Doesn't have any dice, it's got a spinner. But you gotta love a game where you can sell your kids for money. What do you say, player 2? How about it?
Whoa, what's your sign? It's number 9.
The category behind this question is, I'm a lucky dog. And this one's going to be worth $1,000. All right, listen carefully. Let's say you score big with a supermodel. You're in bed together and you want to make small talk. Which of the following questions, if asked by you, would be rhetorical? How much is this costing me? Can I have your autograph? Who wouldn't want to be me right now? Or do you have any diseases? Player 1, go nuts. Player 2, you want to take a crack at it? Player 2, what do you say? You gotta work on your pickup lines, my friend. You know what you could have picked? You could have picked this. And frankly, who wouldn't want to be me right now? Player 2, pick one.
Yo, have your fence with nasty number 10.
This one's gonna be, are we there yet? A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, get your fingers ready, let's get busy. No wonder it's a long way to Tipperary. No one knows where it is. Where is it? Ireland, in the Tipperary Islands, South Carolina, or South Africa? Go for it, player 2. It's on the Emerald Isle, and it's magically delicious. We've got 10 questions down, and for 10 more, we're going on to round 2. All right, getting some screws out here for... Ow, ow, put the pin in here, God. Okay, here we go, one for everyone. Now, we are 1 round away from the Jack Attack, and all the questions in this round are going to be worth more than a round 1. So pay attention, and let's do it. Category, player 2, let's do it.
11. 11. 11.
The name of this category is Tights and Bouncing Cars. And this one shouldn't be too tough. 4K for this one. Hey, yo, 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 my fresh contestants, check this out. To chill or pop a cap in my dome. Womp, there it is. If you were to translate this hip-hop slang into Shakespearean verse, in which play would you find it? Richard III, As You Like It, Hamlet, or Macbeth? Player 2, what do you say? It's not how I like it. Go for it. That'd be Hamlet, my homes. The translation, to be or not to be, that is the question. Pretty deaf, huh? Player 1, give me a category.
Here comes question 12.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Answered now, the question will be yes. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. I'm trying to remember again. What is the name of that little guy? He's in the Star Wars movies and he gets his syntax all wrong. He's actually a Muppet. He sounds a lot like Fozzie. If you hold a cat's ears back, it looks exactly like him. What's he called? Obi-Wan, Yoda, Chewbacca, or is it E.T.? Player 1, go nuts. Yoda. Often mistaken for a form of meditation, he's actually Luke Skywalker's Jedi Master. Player 1, pick one.
Question 13.
The category is interspecies dating. And this one's going to be worth $2,000. Okay, who or what would most likely have placed the following ad? Single brown furry thing, approximately 7 feet tall, in search of same, gender unknown and unimportant. Loves travel, grunting, hanging out with humans, and fighting Imperial stormtroopers. Please send photo with letter. Who would have written that? Go for it, player Chewbacca. He's the big hairy guy from Star Wars, and Chewbacca's also a big habit in Kentucky. Okay, we need a category. Your pick, player 2.
14.
Next up, Hey, watch where you put that hand. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, get yourself set. It's time. Out of Kukla, Fran, and Ollie, which one could move without someone's hand stuck up inside of them? Kukla, Fran, Ollie, or none? They were all puppets. Got answer, player 1. Fran, she was the only one who wasn't a puppet. Player 2, you're busted. Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing?
Evergreen, self-esteem, beauty queen, rapture spleen. Here's question 15.
The category, I'd like to teach the world to sink. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Well, we know they're not singers, so I guess this is possible. If the 1980s pop group Milli Vanilli was a pair of human kidneys, what percentage of the duo would need to be functioning in order to still be doing the job satisfactorily? The screw's in your court, player 2. 1/4 vanilla, half a pint of chocolate. Either way, you're wrong. Player 1, go nuts. Oh, sliced it. Actually, they'd work okay with just 1/2 of milli. Kidneys can function at around 25% total capacity, so 1/2 of milli or 1/4 of the pair would be necessary. Player 2, pick one.
Question number 16.
And I like it too.
The category behind this question is bloody bypasses. It's going to be worth $4,000. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. If Count Dracula sucked every drop of blood from your body, which of the following body parts would be the least affected because it does not receive its oxygen supply from your blood? Inner ear, lungs, brain, or eye cornea? Go for it, player. The cornea, it gets its oxygen from the air around it. Let's have a category, player 2. Uh-oh, West Truck licks 9 more.
Once again, it's time for a
Snicker Clips Restaurant.
All right, now here's your category for this gibberish question. The Brady's and home safety. And if you're really fast, you can get up to $10,000 for this gibberish question. Okay, now remember, you don't have all the time in the world here. The less time you take, the more money you make. Now remember, there's no screwing on gibberish questions. Ready? Put your fingers on your buzzers and tell me, what does this rhyme with? Won't flame Maul in a blouse. So which one's what? It's all yours, player 2.
Boys, how many times do I have to tell you? Won't flame all in a blouse.
Especially not in the bathroom where 5 siblings could walk in on you. That would be embarrassing. What do you say, player 2? How about it?
18. Wipe the slate clean. Number 18.
Here's the category. Let's see if you actually have a life. I'll pay you $4,000 bills for this one if you get it right. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. On a standard Macintosh computer desktop, what is the order of menu bar items from left to right? Apple View File Edit Special Label, Apple File Edit View Label Special, Apple Edit Label File Special View, or Apple Open Delete Menu Scroll Quit? Go for it, player 1. The old quit menu. You're not a big computer user, are you? Player 2, if you want it, it's yours. Player 2, what do you say? Apple File Edit View Label Special. You are spending way too much time staring at your monitor, my friend. Okay, we need a category. He's mean.
He's lame.
Question 19.
The name of this category is Crap We Wanted as Kids. This question's going to be worth $2,001 bills. All right, gang, see if you can remember what I'm talking about here. What were those things released in 1983 that little kids really had to have? Those dolls that came with their own paperwork and sold like hotcakes and they had yarn for hair. What were they called? Strawberry Shortcake, Baby Alive, Cabbage Patch Dolls, or Stretch Armstrong? Go for it, player 2. Cabbage Patch Dolls. Yeah, I'm sure Mom and Dad are glad they shelled out a couple of Hondo to get young Junior one of those timeless classics. Category, player 2, let's do it.
Wow, honey, it's question number 20.
This one's going to be primary colors and inappropriate teaching methods. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. For this question, let's say you're an art teacher and you want to teach your students about primary colors. You take your class into the washroom and ask them to observe as you urinate into a toilet filled with blue water. To the student's surprise, the water has turned. Player 2, it's now green.
Hey, teacher, can we go back to finger painting now?
Player 2, pick one. Jack attack time. Soon as you see two words on the screen that go together, buzz in. $2,000 if you're right, 2,000 off if you're wrong. Every time you're wrong. And careful, cause not all matches are equal. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. I'm the biggest. Keep that clue in mind. Are you ready? Are you set? Let's see just how big you are. This is sort of the Jan Brady of victories, you know? In the middle, but not quite fully blossomed. But keep your chin up and just remember, you don't know Jack.
I'd like to welcome you to the game. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. And who gave me decaf? Okay, I trust you all picked up your 3D glasses in the lobby. Well, no time to turn back now. Okay, first off, got to give you your screws. Okay, screws and how to use them. If you want to force your neighbor to answer a question that you know they don't know, buzz in and slap that S key. That's how you screw. At least that's what I've been told. Lights, camera, action. Your pick, player 2. How about it?
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
let's give a nice warm welcome to Peaking at 10. And we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Heads up, here it comes. If the youngest performer ever to win a Best Supporting Actress Oscar were to film a sequel to her winning movie today, what might you hear her co-star say? This time we call it Two Whole Cops. I may be a horse, but I'm still a star. No upstaging me, you're still my daughter. Or, I don't think I can tap dance with this cane. Player 3, make it happen. Player 1, Player 2, who wants it? Player 1, Ryan O'Neal co-starred with his Oscar-winning daughter Tatum O'Neal in Paper Moon. And given the number of divorces between them, their next movie could be called Paper Trail. Player 1, it's up to you. What's next? Let's see what we got going. The Wizard of Oz in living color. This one's worth $1,000. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. Considering who played him in The Wiz, what would you expect the Scarecrow to say if he were actually attacked by crows? What's going on? Beat it, hit the road, Jack, or hey, hey, hey. Player 2, grab it. The Scarecrow in The Wiz was played by Michael Jackson. And wasn't the little dog played by his brother? Tito, right? I wonder what Player 2's gonna pick. This category is known as Double Duty, and we got $3,000 in the pot. Hey, you know, sometimes the Oscar telecast is just like a big football game, just with fancier lower-cut uniforms. So, if the 1942 Oscar ceremony had had a play-by-play announcer, it would have sounded like this. The presenter drops back behind the podium. He's got the statue in 10 different places to go with it, and he's handed it off to himself. To whom is the play-by-play announcer referring? Irving Berlin, Errol Flynn, Orson Welles, or Charlie Chaplin? Player 1, hit it.
We will serve no wrong answers before their time.
Player 2, Player 3, the time is now. Up to you, Player 3. Charlie Chaplin? No, that bowler hat isn't regulation. Player 2, it's yours if you want it. Irving Berlin presented himself with the award for his song White Christmas, beating out 9 other nominees. I hear in the composer locker room, Irving's known as a statue hog. Your turn, Player 2. What's it gonna be? All right, here's the deal. Heads of state. How does $2,000 sound? Let's see how you handle this one. If General Ripper from Dr. Strangelove were shopping for shampoo, which brand would he most likely buy? Pontoon, Clairol Herbal Purity of Essence, White Acid Rain, or Severed Head and Shoulders? Gotta answer it, Player 2.
Hey, Mom, can I have some money for lunch?
Player 1, Player 3, who wants it? All yours, Player 1. In Dr. Strangelove, General Ripper is worried about the purity of his bodily fluids. His hair, on the other hand, is fabulous. Player 1, hit me with the category. It's a 5! Here we have, it's for you, and you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Okay, imagine this. Jimmy Stewart is hosting an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Say Jimmy Stewart calls you from the set of Unsolved Mysteries. If he's asking for clues to help free an innocent man wrongly imprisoned for killing a cop, what should you tell him? Don't answer the phone. Dial M for murder. Call Northside 777. Or, sorry, wrong number. Player 2. Player 3, don't take that. Give us an answer. Jimmy Stewart plays a reporter trying to free an innocent man in Call Northside 777. Of course, the Unsolved Mysteries crew is more likely to have him call a good psychic. Nice work, Player 2. You just screwed yourself. Your call, Player 3. Pleasant Valley Spud Day. Spud Day. Oh, I get it. Hang on, kids, because I think we're going on a fiber optic field trip to Sun Valley, Idaho. Vacation playground to the stars and an area code of 208. Hey, kids, go pack a sack lunch, because we're going on a fiber optic field trip. And it looks like we're calling a gaffer. Yeah, a gaffer. All right, someone in the movie industry. Well, maybe we can find out what the hell gaffers do. Okay, hang on, it's ringing.
Hello.
Hi, I'm trying to get in touch with a gaffer.
This is a gaffer.
You're a gaffer in the movie industry?
Actually, no. I'm Angela Gaffer, and I'm a therapist. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, sorry, Doc. Listen, my name's Cookie. I'm the host of a CD-ROM movie trivia game. It's put out by You Don't Know Jack.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Really? No.
Yeah, my husband enjoys that game every once in a while.
Well, hey, maybe he'd like to help us out with a trivia question for our movie edition.
Oh, he's not home, but maybe I can help you out.
Really? Do you like the movies?
Oh, yeah.
And you think you could come up with some movie trivia?
I think I could come up with something.
Well, great. Let's do it then.
Okay, how does this work?
Okay, I'm going to put you on with one of our producers, and he'll explain everything, all right? And we'll be right back with A Gaffer. Right now, let's continue the game. Player 3, time to make a decision.
She was built like an interstate cloverleaf, made for speed with all the right curves. All I could think of was 6.
Well, what do we have here? Rutting with Rodney. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Imagine Rodney Dangerfield's character in Back to School gets lucky after the big party scene. If Rodney's bed springs squeak the name of the band at the party, what sound will they make? Wang Chung, Oingo Boingo, Bananarama, or ABBA? Up to you, Player 3. Oingo Boingo is the band at the party in Back to School. He may not get any respect, but he'll be getting something. It's all about you, Player 3. Which one do you want? The category is The Prettiest Girl I've Ever Seen. $1,000 at stake on this one. Hey, remember how Marlon Brando sent that Native American woman, Sachin Littlefeather, to the Academy Awards on his behalf in 1972? Well, say Bill Clinton had sent Sachin Littlefeather to address the 1996 Democratic National Convention on his behalf. Based on her actions at the Oscars, what would she have done? She would have accepted the nomination nude, she would have declined the party nomination, she would have said the F word on TV, or she would have exploded. Player 2, grab it! Marlon Brando sent Sachin Littlefeather to decline the 1972 Best Actor Oscar on his behalf, so she probably would have done the same for Bill in 1996. Yeah, I hear Sachin would have addressed the convention, but she was already booked at the time to address the Whitewater Committee. Player 2, take your pick. Excellent choice, Player 2. Players 1 and 3, get away from the keyboard, because Player 2, it's time to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat question is BYOBS. I'm going to show you 7 acronyms, and for each one, I need you to tell me if it's an entertainment workers union or a villain alliance. As each one comes up, if it's a union, press 1. If it's a villain organization, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip. For each right answer, you get $500. And you lose $500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, can I have 30 seconds on the clock, please? And let's go. Zag, is it Chaos, Wooga, Smirsh, Sumta, Eotzi. This is it. That's all she wrote. Perfect. And with time to spare, here you go. Well, good things happen to good people, right? Okay, let's move on. Player 3, you make the call.
They said it was indestructible. Then disaster struck.
I proudly present, does it hurt when you slide into pole position? I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. All right, I hope you're in a wacky 70s car movie kind of mood, because I know I sure am. What's the secret code word in Gumball Rally? Start, go, drive, or gumball? Player 1. The word gumball instigates the cross-country race in Gumball Rally. Unfortunately, they never agreed on a code word for stop. Player 1, tell me what's happening. The category? Why not a duck? And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. All right, imagine you throw a party and invite both the Marx Brothers and the Three Stooges. If you wanted to formally introduce the Marx Brothers to the Three Stooges using the Stooges' real names, how would you properly refer to Larry, Curly, and Moe? Mr. Besser, Mr. Dorita, and Mr. Howard, Mr. Feinberg, Mr. Horowitz, and Mr. Horwitz, Julius Leonard and Adolf, or Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, and Dr. Howard? Player 3, make it happen. That's wrong, and I don't like your outfit. Player 1, player 2, who's taking it? Player 1, hit it. Joe Besser and Joe Dorita were two guys that came in after Shemp, who first replaced Curly. Talk about your Curly Shuffle. Make your move, player 2. Take Larry, Curly, and Moe were respectively Mr. Feinberg, Mr. Horowitz, and Mr. Horwitz. Feinberg, Horowitz, and Horowitz sounds like a sleazy law firm. Oh, wise guy, huh? That's it for round 1. Let's go to round 2. This is when I hand out the screws, so let me get those. Let's see. Scratch test, screenplays. Screws. Here you are. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. All right, we're back in Sun Valley with Dr. Gaffer. Dr. Gaffer, you still with us?
I'm here.
Good. Do you mind if I call you Doc?
That's fine.
Well, Doc, hit us with your question.
Okay, here we go. The category is Movie Music Madness.
And this one's going to be worth $5,000.
So put your finger on that button and get ready to answer my question. If a psychologist were to base his or her practice on the lyrics and title of the theme song to the movie MASH, what would he or she be trying to prevent? Homicide, suicide, impotence, or post-traumatic stress syndrome?
Up to you, player. They pick suicide, Doc.
You got it. The theme song to MASH is called Suicide is Painless. But as a professional therapist, I must stress, there's no clinical studies to support this claim.
Doc, I can't thank you enough. That was great.
Hey, it was my pleasure.
Of course, now I'm worried you're going to tell all your colleagues what an insecure freak I am.
Well, trust me.
That's not a matter of trust. If you tell anyone, I'll hunt you down and kill you. Dr. Gaffer of Sun Valley, Idaho. Thanks again, Doc. Now let's get back to the game, shall we? Player 3, tell me what's on your mind.
Did someone order a 12-inch sausage?
Oh, my.
Say hello to... Dude! Better wake up. There's $6,000 at stake. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Which actor would you not expect to see at a Fast Times at Ridgemont High 10-year class reunion? Nicolas Cage, Anthony Edwards, Christopher Penn, or Eric Stoltz? All right, player 2, you're getting screwed. Screw back. It was Sean Penn, not his brother Christopher, who starred in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He just wasn't pictured in the Ridgemont High yearbook because he kept attacking the photographer. Hey, player 1, looks like you're the one who's screwed. You have the honors, player 2. Okay, give it up for Ron Howard's End. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Fire up those frontal lobes. Here's the question. If the title role in Howard's End had been played by Ron Howard's hind end, what would you have seen in the film? Helena Bonham Carter crashing into his butt, Anthony Hopkins burning down his butt, Emma Thompson inheriting his butt, or Hugh Grant dying in his butt? Player 3, do it.
Anthony, now don't play with marches.
Player 1, player 2, go get it. All yours, player 1. Howard's End is a house, and Emma Thompson inherits it in the film. Of course, if Emma Thompson inherited Ron Howard's butt, she might want to consider a few renovations before moving in. Player 1, give me category. This one's called The King and Burger King. Oh, let's just make this one $6,000. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. Say you wanted to sell some toys commemorating that classic Elvis film set on an all-female dude ranch. Considering the name of the film, what would be the best name for a toy? Tickle Me Elvis, G.I. Joe Blues, the Easy Clam Bake Oven, or the Jailhouse Pet Rock? Tickle Me was the name of the Elvis film set on an all-girls dude ranch.
Watch what happens when I press his stomach.
Hey, baby, come on up to my room and I'll show you what to tickle.
Player 1, Auntie.
In the deepest reaches of the Congo lies question 15.
And I believe this one's called One Tasty Booty. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Have a look at this picture and tell me, what meal is this? The Little Tramp's turkey dinner, Scarlett O'Hara's steak, Ma Jode's salt pork surprise, or Baby Jane's soup du jour. Player 3, make it happen. Huh? Player 1, player 2, who's taking it? Player 2, it's yours. No, the only surprise that the Jodes enjoy at mealtimes is when they actually get to eat. Player 1, what do you say? Here's what you should have picked. The Little Tramp's turkey dinner. Delirious with hunger in the gold rush, Charlie Chaplin fantasizes that the boiled boot he eats is a turkey dinner. He liked it so much, he came back later for the fillet of sole. God, someone put me out of my misery. Player 3, give me some category. Uh-oh, wet suck tit shine floor.
It's time for a Snickerglish restroom.
Lights, camera, here's your gibberish category. There was a baseball strike? The opening value for this gibberish question is $10,000. All right, as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some cash every second and a half. All right, get your finger on your buzzer and tell me what phrase this rhymes with. Mets ball, beaucoup dull hobby. And remember, don't think about the punctuation. First hint, you hear it at a drive-in. What, moaning and groaning? You hear it at a drive-in between features. Last hint, let's all go to the bathroom. You don't remember that jingle in the movie with the dancing food?
Let's ball beaucoup dull hobby and hit our selfish teat.
Let's all go to the lobby and pay $10 for a bucket of stale popcorn covered in automotive oil. Player 3, what looks good to you? For your enjoyment, I've got sand in my clam. This one can net you $6,000. Flex those fingers, 'cause here it comes. In the Elvis classic Clam Bake, a famous performer named Susie has a cameo role. Considering Susie's main claim to fame, what might you say about her appearance? Hope I don't see this in your column. Wow, nice blowhole. Man, are your lips chapped. Or how much wood can you chop? Up to you, player 3. Susie was the dolphin who not only appeared in Clam Bake, but also played Flipper on TV. Unfortunately, her sex scene with the king was cut. Your call, player 3.
Question 18. Honor student by day, stripper by night.
Coming at you, the mild, mild West. I'm sending over 4,000 dead presidents if you get this one. Say there, remember how Gunsmoke and Bonanza both aired at the same time on competing networks battling for ratings? Well, before Gunsmoke and Bonanza, James Arness and Michael Landon both played film monsters. If these two characters battled it out, who would we see in the big monster fight? The Thing versus the Teenage Werewolf, The Thing with Two Heads versus Gog, Trog versus the Teenage Caveman, or Godzilla versus Half Pint? Player 3, make it happen. Before their TV careers got underway, James Arness played The Thing and Michael Landon played the title character in I Was a Teenage Werewolf. My God, it's got Little Joe. No, my mistake. It is Little Joe. Player 3, you make the call. The selection is, have you ever tongued a twister? 6,000 big ones for a right answer. Whoa, must be tough. Pull out your antenna and get ready to buzz. Which movie's famous scene might be summed up with the headline, Bloody Bolshevik Battle as Baby Buggy Bounces? Ivan the Terrible, 10 Days That Shook the World, The Battleship Potemkin, or Alexander Nevsky? You're screwed, player 1. Give me an answer. 10 days wouldn't be enough to shake some sense into you, would it? Player 2, player 3, who's going for it? Should have picked this. The Battleship Potemkin features the famous Odessa step scene in which a baby buggy is caught in the middle of a gun battle. I hear this is the kind of film Adventures in Babysitting aspired to. Player 1, your choice. What are we doing? Chew on this. The who, the why, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Remember the deaf, dumb, and blind kid from the Who musical Tommy? Well, who doesn't? If Chris Farley's Tommy Boy were to play the title role in Tommy, how would he best be described? That short, glum, and snide kid? That deaf, smart, and blonde kid? That tall, dark, and gay kid? Or that fat, dumb, and rich kid? Player one. Player two, player three. Who wants it? Up to you, player three. Now, that would be David Spade's character in Tommy Boy. David himself is a great guy. I love David. His lawyer's an even greater guy. Man, is he cool. Ball's in your court, player two. The correct answer is... most of the humor in Tommy Boy is derived from Chris Farley's character being a rich, overweight moron. Totally unlike Black Sheep, in which Farley plays a wealthy, obese idiot. Let's have a category, player one.
Time for the attack. When you see two words that match, hit your buzzer. You get it right, you get 2,000 in the bank. Get it wrong, I'm making a withdrawal of 2,000. Just one more thing to remember.
Remember the clue.
The two words that match have to fit this clue. Put me in, coach. Okay, but you better score for me. See you in the locker room.
Sharp finger action on that jack attack, player one. Let's see if you get the winning handshake. It's player two! Player two, your victory isn't anything to stick your hands in cement over, but here's something lasting for you.
You don't know